Hello, hello. Old Dad here, and we're watching Raw the way it was meant to be, which means I don't look up the results. I don't look to see a lot of the stuff that's going on. And most of what I know that's going to happen on Raw is what they told me on SmackDown was going to be on Raw. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm excited about Raw, especially after Bad Blood. But we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and I'm telling you, I'm pretty stoked. New Day's 10th anniversary. I'm pretty happy about it, so let's get to watch it. So it's on. They've been doing recaps. They've been showing people entering and stuff like that. And though I don't look up to see what's happened or anything like that, I'm hoping New Day has had an entire week to make things better and stuff like that. And CM Punk shaking hands with the Bloodline people and stuff like that. So everybody's officially good guys now, I guess. But he's getting ready to come out, do his speaky thing. All I want to say is, at the start of this, I hope that the New Day make up. I hope if they fight, they fight. But just like any guys, we may fight today, and 5 minutes later, we're just hanging out, watching wrestling or something like that. That's what we're hoping. Seth Rollins and CM Punk having their little argument. And truly, I believe that Seth Rollins is right. He has purpose. He didn't forget. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about the storyline, and I've completely forgiven Roman Reigns. I can't help myself. To be honest with you, as a bad guy, I've liked Roman Reigns. I've liked the attitude and things like that. I mean, so much of it has been really good. But now he's got a match with Sami Zayn, and that's another one of them things that I didn't know that I wanted, but I want it. I want it. I don't think that it's like big fighty fight. And as far as the match, the tag team match, Raquel Rodriguez owned that match. She dominated that match. Nobody, Io Sky did okay, but and what happened? What happened? Big person run into a corner. What happened? They got hurt. Of course they did. Of course they did. But she stayed pretty dominant. Like she was like monster dominant. Outside of that, Rhea Ripley came in. They did the whole face thing. She ain't wearing a mask anymore. And I'm telling you, I think the face thing is just like saying her kryptonite. There hasn't been a lot of commercials. And we're for the three-way match where they're going for the Intercontinental title, the Women's Intercontinental title. I don't watch the results. I am like really into this because like these are three people that you never get to see wrestle. The one girl, I can't even tell you what her name is. But she's like in there and she's doing really good. She's doing some moves that are like basic moves, but she's doing them like she knows like these moves and she's doing whatever. But I'm actually hoping Shayna Baszler wins. My fingers are crossed because it ain't that I'm against Dakota Kai. This new girl looks kind of promising, but I'm going to say Shayna Baszler. She is so tough. I want to see her. I want to see her winning more. I want to see her winning more because she really looks like she can beat people up. And wait a minute, she has. A great thing that wrestling's doing right now, too, is they have that commercial with the wrestling match. And I don't watch a lot of commercials. Commercials is my wrestling break. Commercials is the refill to my coffee. Here's the thing, though. Sometimes I like watching commercials. I remember back whenever I was younger, we would talk and joke about commercials. And I'm going to sound silly, but the Macy's commercial with the lady that talks and says that she's the guide or whatever, I can't help it. I kind of like it. I kind of like that commercial. It's like, it's a light funny, and I like it. But this match has been excellent. The women's intercontinental title match has been excellent. I'm going to go out on a whim and say my prediction of the best match is going to be Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins. And if it isn't, well, that will be impressive by whoever beats them out. Gunther challenged Dominik because Finn was kind of demanding the title shot, and it was funny and it was good. I'm anxious to see how this is. Someone went for the power bomb and they stopped it too. From the top rope, that whole power bomb thing, Shayna Baszler stopped it too. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Very few things in wrestling can emotionally set something. That was one of them. I mean, definitely affected, like, emotionally. I really sad for Big E. New Day's still together. Very, very dark. I don't know what to say. See it. Warning if you see it. I'm speechless. I'm like, kind of like take your breath away. I feel so bad for Big E. I'm happy that they're together and they're good bad guys now. But I feel bad for Big E. And there's a commercial now. Bring him back. It's back on. And Karrion Kross is the guy. He is that Karrion Kross. This is getting so exciting to watch. And now Gunther is getting ready to face Dominik Mysterio, which is kind of funny. And he's got this mark on his chest where he'd really gotten hurt, like right in here. This is going to be really fun to watch. I'm just going to say, it's going to be fun to watch. I think because he ain't expecting something out of Dominik, Dominik might have an actual chance here. And Dominik's taking it seriously. This is, in a way, exciting just because it's Dominik. And Gunther has been putting on his weight again. And he's having a lot of fun with this. This has been good. This match has been pretty good. And Gunther, he ran to the corner. Why would you run to the corner? I mean, you're a big guy, but you're the ring general. General would know not to run to the corner. Anyway, he did this slap and he missed. But, like, you seen, like, he was all in on that slap. And then Dominik, of course. Dominik's been doing this, like, dodging him thing. He's actually done or doing really well. I mean, I've been surprised with Dominik. This has been quite that slam he just did was terrific. Terrific. I felt that slam. That's what I want to see. I want to see a body slam that looks like it's taking the wind out of you. Dominik sells moves really well. he has really come up to be a decent wrestler. I hate to be a Dominik fan, but he's turning me into a Dominik fan. He'll quit selling toilet paper that way. But but as far as Gunther goes, Gunther has just been like, oh my gosh. So he slapped him a couple times, and then Gunther hit him like hard, like to where he's laying on the ground going like this, hard. He's doing a Boston Crab. This is really, I'm so into this match. This has been fantastic. Dominik is doing really good. I mean, did he kick him in the happy parts? Yeah, but he's a bad guy. Kicking in the happy parts is part of his forte. He could win this. If he beats Gunther, I'm going to flip. Well, if he beats Gunther without someone helping him or cheating, like someone helping him cheating, I'm going to freak out. But this has been good. He has been doing really, really good. And in the back of my head, I'm like thinking Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins is going to be like, oh my gosh, we got to follow that. This match has been so good. I did not see this coming. Oh, wow. It's over. That power bomb. Oh, man. That match was so good. And now Finn Balor's coming after him. Of course he is. Because Finn Balor wants a title match. And should he get one? Absolutely. Hopefully we get to see the demon come out. I'm curious of how this all goes. You know, like this is... But that match, and there was no interference. By far. Oh, man. That match. You got to see it. Okay, I'm done. You got to see that match. Finn Balor just destroyed Gunther, though. He ended it with about Dominik learning or whatever. I really think he's trying to break up the Judgment Day. It seems like he's trying to break up the Judgment Day. They had Pete Dunne commercial or whatever, like promo. And then they had where Jey Uso got like beat up by somebody. That was all good. It was a great way to go to a commercial. Bring him back. Braun Breaker needs the mic more often. That promo was amazing. And he got interrupted to where like that face-to-face stuff. And he's like not being like, you got to earn your way, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll go talk to the boss. I'll see about beating you up. This is wonderful. I like that. I like Braun Breaker. I'm becoming a huge Braun Breaker fan. I'm just a wrestling fan. I mean, clearly, I'm a wrestling fan. Then they go on with the promo with Sami Zayn, and he thinks it's Seth Rollins that attacked Jey Uso. I really don't think it's Seth Rollins that attacked Jey Uso. I ain't sure who it would be, but I don't think it's Seth Rollins. It was, I don't know. It's just like they're drawing at something. Or Seth Rollins doesn't like sneak attacks. Seth Rollins just beats you up. Anyway, well, he did Roman way back when, but that was when he first came out on his own or whatever. It's been a long time since he's done anything like that. And we're at a commercial, so just as a reminder, bring him back. Finn Balor's got his match. It's going to be at Saturday night's main event. Gunther wants the match too. So he's like, it's on, but we're going to talk about your other title match that you're going to be taking part in, which will probably have to do with the tag team titles. They got to the next match. I've been like, here's the thing. Saturday night main event. I'm excited about it because it's going to remind me of whenever I was just a little lad and Dad would let me stay up and we would watch wrestling together. And I would watch Paul Orndorff and Ted DiBiase because those were my two favorite wrestlers. Did you think I was going to say Hulk Hogan? No, not at all. I liked Hulk Hogan. I was, human. I was a big fan of Hulk Hogan, but not as much as Paul Orndorff and Ted DiBiase. Those two were my favorites. Why? I know Ted DiBiase was because his name was Ted and I was little. But as far as Paul Orndorff, there was just something about him. His confidence. He was just... He had it. He had it. And we're still watching wrestling. Seth Rollins is facing Sami Zayn. We've got box and box. So it's little wrestling, but it's still really good. And they can still go at the regular pace. No one has to be in a headlock. No one has to be in a 5-minute headlock. So this is good. This is good. You get to see them actually continue to wrestle. This match is very promising. I can't see how it be a bad match. And even though it's those two, I can't see how it's going to be better than Dominik versus Gunther. That match was by far spectacular. Finn Balor's got his match. It's going to be at Saturday night's main event. Gunther wants the match too. So he's like, it's on, but we're going to talk about your other title match that you're going to be taking part in, which will probably have to do with the tag team titles. They got to the next match. I've been like, here's the thing. Saturday night main event. I'm excited about it because it's going to remind me of whenever I was just a little lad and Dad would let me stay up and we would watch wrestling together. And I would watch Paul Orndorff and Ted DiBiase because those were my two favorite wrestlers. Did you think I was going to say Hulk Hogan? No, not at all. I liked Hulk Hogan. I was, human. I was a big fan of Hulk Hogan, but not as much as Paul Orndorff and Ted DiBiase. Those two were my favorites. Why? I know Ted DiBiase was because his name was Ted and I was little. But as far as Paul Orndorff, there was just something about him. His confidence. He was just... He had it. He had it. And we're still watching wrestling. Seth Rollins is facing Sami Zayn. We've got box and box. So it's little wrestling, but it's still really good. And they can still go at the regular pace. No one has to be in a headlock. No one has to be in a 5-minute headlock. So this is good. This is good. You get to see them actually continue to wrestle. This match is very promising. I can't see how it be a bad match. And even though it's those two, I can't see how it's going to be better than Dominik versus Gunther. That match was by far spectacular. They're doing that punch thing where one punches one punches the other. And in this case, I'm not going to complain too much about it because it's the first time they really got into that on this one. So I'm not as upset about it. They ain't overdoing it this Raw. Sami Zayn is just like fighting in some ways. He's wrestling, but in some cases, he's just like fighting. But Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins, and he's always amazing. So he was going to get him with the chair, and he was like, use your head. I wouldn't have attacked him. I'm after Punk. But then he rolled him up. That was actually funny. Was it as good as the Gunther match? No. But the story was good. This is a happy old dad. The ending is everything old dad wanted. Let me go ahead and do this. Everything old dad wanted. Why? Guess who they brought back? Yeah. Old dad's happy. Claymore Sami Zayn. Maybe he's the one that attacked Jey Uso. I don't care. He a bad guy. Let him be a bad guy. Is he a bad guy for a good reason? Let him be a bad guy for a good reason. Maybe he and Sami Zayn. Maybe he and Seth Rollins get together, work it out. They both go after the bloodline. And they're both considered. I don't care. They had good reason. I'm happy. The ending of that. Highlight. They brought him back. All right. What was your favorite part? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for hanging out. Happy old dad. I'll see you next time. Later.